Hey everyone, my name's Colin. You may know me as Dulcimer Gumbo from social media, and I play this crazy looking instrument you see next to me called the hammered dulcimer. So the hammered dulcimer is an ancient instrument found in cultures throughout the entire world, and it's actually the predecessor to the piano. So if you go open up a grand piano and look inside, it's going to look very similar to what you see here. So I travel the country playing and teaching this instrument at both dulcimer festivals and just regular music festivals. It's actually taking me to Great Britain this year, so I can say I've kind of traveled the world. So one of my goals is to get this instrument in the ears of as many people as possible. And part of my way of doing that is to play the music of my childhood on this instrument. And by that I mean music from classic video games. So I grew up with the original Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, and the Nintendo 64. And I figured, what if I put some of that music on my dulcimer? So about a year ago, I started posting covers of this stuff, and people seem to really enjoy it. And it seems to be nostalgic for a lot of people. And by far the most popular video game franchise that I do covers of is The Legend of Zelda. And people have been asking me for about a year if my stuff is on iTunes, Spotify, if I have an album, and the answer has been no. And finally, I have the means to do it. So I will be making a Legend of Zelda, or I'm already making a Legend of Zelda hammered dulcimer album called The Legend of Dulcimer. It's going to, of course, feature this instrument, but a lot of other instruments that I play. And I'm going to be the only one that's playing instruments on this album. I'm going to be playing stuff like steel pan, congas, psaltery, a whole bunch of other percussion, and throwing it all into a pot to what I call Dulcimer Gumbo, hence the name Dulcimer Gumbo. I'm really excited for it. I already have some amazing artwork done by Vic Putinsky, and I'm also going to be offering this as a digital download along with CDs. So this Kickstarter is going to be funding that CD production. It's going to be funding things like the merch production. So I'm going to have 2 t-shirts, one that is similar to the cover art of the album and one that is a Dulcimer Gumbo t-shirt. I'm going to have some stickers you can get. I'm also going to be giving away 14 of my personal hammers. There's only 14, so go ahead and get them while they last. But yeah, I think it's going to be a ton of fun. I am aiming to both be true to the originals while also putting my own spin on everything. And I want to kind of invoke that emotion that you had the very first time you played these video games. Like the very first time you got out of Link's house in Ocarina of Time and got into Kokiri Forest. You know what I'm talking about if you played that game as a child. So yeah, thank you guys for checking out my Kickstarter and listening to my music, and I appreciate your support. And I think you guys are really going to enjoy this album. It's going to be all classic Zelda tunes from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Link to the Past, stuff like that. Mostly what you guys have asked for. So yeah, well, thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoy, and there'll be more in the future.